Let's start our work with basic Excel concepts. Don't worry, this is not going to be an Excel course. I just want to go through the basic concepts in Excel that we really need to understand and be all on the same page before we start working with Excel. So I want to cover workbook, worksheet, range, table, and finally A1 notation. If you are an Excel user and you're already familiar with all these concepts, just don't worry, skip this chapter and go straight to the next lecture. Otherwise, it's worth spending a few minutes and making sure you have clear understanding of all of them because it's critical before we get into Power Automate interaction with Excel. We start by workbook and worksheet. The workbook is your Excel file. So when we talk about the Excel file, the name of the file that you see on the top of the page is your workbook. Or when you create a new Excel file, you see the blank workbook item. So in simple word, one Excel file is one workbook. Now, when you come inside that workbook, you have worksheets, or they are labeled as sheet 1, 2, 3, and of course you can change the name of these sheets. So one Excel file is one workbook that can contain at least one or more sheets in one file, and those sheets can have different names. And of course, you can rename the sheets. This one becomes important when we want to refer to one very specific cell among tons of cells, among lots of worksheets in one Excel file. Next topic is range. Inside Excel, when we have a list of data together, of course, you can see there is a column name, first name, last name, company name, or whatever that we have here with some records in it, but it's just the way we put them together. Excel doesn't have an understanding of rows and columns. Excel cannot filter. Excel cannot relate James and Bud together. Excel cannot relate Art and Veneer together. And when things are like this, they are not considered as a table. It's just a range that is visible to us. Now, if you really want to work with this range as a table, we need to convert it to a table. Inside Excel, it's very easy. Let me show you. This is an Excel file that I'm going to use it in the future for the other lectures, but we have a range of content here. We have first name, last name, age, and country for all these people. If I want to sort it by first name or last name or filter it by some age, I cannot do that here. But if I convert it to a table, I can select the range and I can say format as table. Doesn't matter what format I pick, but all I say is that my table has headers, which basically means the first row that I have here represents the name of the fields. So if I click on OK now, this range is converted to a table. Now there are magic I can do. I can click on this drop down and I can say, you know what, show me only the ones that they have the name, for example, Benito and Emily Jane and Flora. And I click OK, and you see only these items are displayed. I can sort them by age. For example, I would say sort from youngest to oldest, or other way wrong. I can disable the filter. And then I can sort it by age. So let's start from the youngest to oldest, starting from 12 years old to 75. As you can see, when I filter the age or when I sort the age, it sorts every other row related. And that is the definition of the table. Now, why is it important? It is important because when we work with the Power Automate, Flow can only interact with the tables inside Excel. Flow cannot interact with range. Clear? So that's great so far. But what if we have a range and we want to convert it to a table so that we can reach the data from inside Power Automate? Yes, that's very much doable. But first, I need to tell you how you can refer to a range of content or to even a specific cell using A1 notation. A1 notation is a notation that is used to refer to specific cell or range inside the workbook. inside the workbook. I repeat it again because inside the workbook, you can have sheets. So basically, that should include the sheet and the cell or cells that they should be included in your range. So inside the workbook, there are one or multiple worksheets. With A1 notation, worksheet is specified by the name of the worksheet and exclamation mark after that. Keep that in mind because it becomes quite important. Now let's see how we can refer to the cells. The name A1 notation refers to the first top left cell in a sheet, which is A1. That's where the name comes from. Now, inside the worksheet, there are many cells, and a cell is specified by the column and row, like A1, B13, or whatever else that you want to call it. And always, when you click on a cell, you will see the A1 notation of that cell on the top corner of your Excel sheet. It refers to this cell, assuming that you know it is already in this sheet. But if you're out of this sheet and you want to refer to it, you have to use the worksheet name. So inside each worksheet, there are many ranges. Ranges specified as top left, colon, bottom right cell. So basically, we can refer to A3 to C10. So basically, it encloses all the cells between A3 and C10. Let me show you in Excel. A3 and C10. Is that clear? Now let's test your knowledge. There's a red cell. Pause the video and write the A1 notation that refers to this cell. Now, okay, if you just mentioned B2, it's incomplete. As you can see in this Excel workbook, we have 3 sheets. And if you just write B2, we really don't know which sheet it refers to. So you should include the sheet 5 exclamation mark B2. Let's try another example. In this one, I want you to put the A1 notation for all the red area. Go. All right. For this one, I think it's easy now. Sheet name should be included. So sheet 5 exclamation mark from C2 to E7. And the third one is going to be much easier. Go. So this one, obviously, it's on a different sheet. Now it is on sheet 4 from B6 to E6. If you did all of them right, buckle up. We start actual work with the Power Automate. If not, please watch this lecture one more time and make sure you are quite confident with these concepts before we get into Power Automate. Good luck.